shuffling?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to say hi?
We will say hi.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
While you're shuffling.
I'm shuffling this deck.
I started recording without telling her.
That's all right.
Welcome back to PNW Haunts and Homicides. We're going to do another spooky episode today. Spooky. And we're going to do another tarot reading, too, because we thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I like it. So I shuffle. She starts recording. I'm still shuffling.
I like the shuffling sound, I think.
I do kind of find it relaxing. I've got a pretty good technique when they're like a standard deck size. I can actually like get them to where they're like really shuffled pretty well. Okay.
I think everyone needs to hear the shuffling to know that we're like legit.
We're actually doing it, you guys. It's real. Okay.
So I need to think about the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing Pike Place Market today, which is
spooky.
huge. There's a lot going on there. So I'm thinking
excited.
about it, getting in the headspace, and I'm gonna cut
You're
the
gonna
cards.
cut the cards. Okay. All right, and then what we're gonna do is like kind of a self check-in reading, as it's kind of called in a lot of like the books and stuff. So I'm spreading these out.
Okay.
Maybe at the Patreon level we'll include videos you can see these
My
fabulous
eyes are
cards.
closed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm just spreading them out so that Cassie can do like a reading where she picks a card at random from the spread.
I'm just feeling my energy, running my hands over the cards, seeing which way calls to me. I'm dying. Okay. This one. Oh. This.
Oh.
It was this way.
She dropped the card.
No, I put it down this way. I put it down upside down.
Okay. So it is, it's upside down. Okay, so.
Ooh. The Magician?
Yeah, this is interesting.
Ooh.
Okay, so the first interpretation says, in the reverse, because it is reversed, is Physician, Magus, mental illness, disgrace, and disquiet.
Oh!
So that feels like it resonates with the case, huh?
Oh, damn. That resonates with, part of the case.
Okay. I'm going to go for a little bit deeper dive on the interpretation here,
Okay.
so bear with me. I'm just thumbing through.
She thumbing.
She thumbing. Okay, so in the reverse, this can mean hesitation, scattered energy, confusion, poor planning, lack of focus. You may be dealing with a creative block. As a side meaning, the potential for manipulation or trickery. I feel like these cards are actually kind of channeling some energy. Like we're getting something real here.
I'm feeling some vibes.
I feel like the poor planning, I'm like, okay, so are we supposed to plan ahead for who we want to haunt?
I feel like I might have some answers for you. It's not towards the end. Sorry.
I'm excited.
It is towards the end. So you won't have answers quickly, but I as soon as you said that, I know exactly who this is kind of talking about, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I love it.
I don't want to give anything away, but I think I feel like it's this person, so I'm just going to go with it.
Okay.
We're going to talk about her in an actual case later. So get ready for that. We're going to kind of briefly mention it sort of today, but we're going to do a full one later. So anyway, I don't know why. That's
so
the
weird.
vibe I got from it,
Yeah.
is talking about this like kind of specific person.
I love it. I don't play with my tarot cards nearly enough, but I
Yeah.
love that we're getting vibes. And we're like having fun with it.
I'm like really creeped out right now, to be honest with you.
Okay, so sage the trailer.
Oy.
Sage the trailer.
Again, sage bitch. Okay. So, we're talking about Pike Place Market, which it's located in Washington. Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Did I even write that down? Am I an idiot? Oh, I did. The first line. It's just really tiny. Located in Seattle, Washington.
Cassie, you're so quick to jump on yourself and just drag yourself. Just dragging herself hard.
I've been there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I've been there. I had no idea it was haunted. I did not see
I didn't either.
Ghost, I don't think. I mean, I might have seen a ghost while I was
Yeah.
there, but...
You're like, it looked like a person, but then I reached out my hand and he was hollow.
Could happen. It could happen. So, yeah, I've been there. I wish I knew that it was haunted, so I knew what to look for, but we'll just have to go back.
Yep. Okay. Field trip again.
So, let's see. I'm going to start with a quote, actually. And this is from Chief Seattle, the, I guess, Native American chief. And we'll talk more about the people that were on the land because, again, I did my history research.
You background whore.
So, I want to start with a quote by him. He says, "Dead, I say, there is no death, only a change of worlds." And I thought it was so beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Yes. Also that.
It's spooky and beautiful. The spookiest beautiful.
Yeah. It can be. It can be.
So I loved that. I thought that was great. So we're going to talk about a little bit of the history of the land. Pike Place Market was built on sacred Duwamish, I think I'm saying that right, Native American land in 1907. Hold on. Why did I put, of course?
Oh, because it was built on sacred Native American land. And you're like, of course. Because why don't we just build shit on sacred land all the time?
I love how you read my notes and know what I'm talking about, but I don't.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I got you. I know exactly what you meant.
So it was on, of course it was on sacred Native American land. It could have been a burial ground. Like, we don't know. It said it was sacred, so... and then we just, decided to build a city on it. Anyway, so Pike Place Market was set up for farmers to sell food at a more reasonable price to locals because I guess, food back then, prices were skyrocketing. They wanted to be able to get food to people at a more reasonable price.
Oh, is that because you need it to live?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you need food?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Cool.
So they set up this market, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
And then in the 30s, it expanded to selling other goods and services. Hotels popped up, restaurants, theaters. It just began to thrive. And then the market was known as the finest public market in the world. Very fancy.
Crazy story.
Yeah.
My dad's family... on the one side of his family, they come from like old money. Mm-hmm. It was like a Jewish family, and they owned one of the first established like theaters in Seattle.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, so like
cool.
this is like tying back to potentially like some of my heritage because I have relatives that immigrated from areas of like Ireland.
Which one?
Yeah. So this is kind of cool because Seattle's like a place that I've spent actually a lot of time in. We've had family that's lived there over the years, and a lot of my like older relatives have lived there for big chunks of time.
Nice.
And they moved to warmer climates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
cool. And then in the 40s and 50s, the market began to decline because supermarkets hit the scene. They were obviously easier and more convenient than going to a market. So
true still today.
Yeah. They were in their people's neighborhoods. They didn't have to travel to get their food. And then in the 60s, the buildings kind of became worn. They were a little bit dangerous. They were on the verge of being torn down. And... Did you read my notes?
I do know. I did. I love it.
I was a little bit sleepy.
Can we insert a clip of? Do we need the rights, or can we just sing it?
I think
and then
I
that'll
have
be
to
okay?
sing it.
Get it.
In the article I was reading, they said something about a wrecking ball, and I was really tired, and I wrote in my notes, "I came in like a wrecking ball." Because, I always have music in my head.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm crazy.
The best kind, though.
I love Miley, okay? Don't hate me.
Don't add us. We're not going to apologize.
So the buildings were, in disrepair. They weren't great. The market was on the verge of collapse. Yeah. It was gonna go under. But then luckily in 1971 it was voted a historic district. So then it was able to get repaired. The buildings were, kept up. They remodeled some of them.
And they're still there. We've been there.
Yes. That's most of the history, the background of the market. Now we're gonna get into the ghosts. The ghosties that haunt the place.
Ghosties.
So this is one of my favorites. So this ghost was actually a real person. They call her Princess Angeline, which is cute. It's super cute. But her real name was Kiki Soblu. And I think that's like way cuter.
Yeah.
I guess someone renamed her Angeline because she said she was too pretty to be called Kiki Soblu.
But that's her real name.
I highly disagree with that.
Yeah, I dislike that. I dislike that we tried to just take over people's cultures and no, we're gonna give you a quote unquote American name.
It's messed up. And that Kiki was one of the settlers too. That wasn't one of her tribe members that gave her that name. That was a settler. Yeah. So a settler.
Rude. Settler.
She was
settle down. How about that?
She was the daughter of Chief Seattle, actually.
Oh, okay.
And people called her princess because she was a daughter of a chief, and also because she was a moderator between the settlers and the tribe members. So she was kind of like the in between. Not quite sure why princess is the term they would use for that, but whatever you want.
That's a very that's a European or a Anglo-Saxon term. So
yeah,
I feel like even that is still kind of, we're just assigning her that moniker.
I think they meant it really nice. I think they liked her.
Yeah. They were trying to nickname her and it just came across as super racist.
I think they really liked her. I'll talk about a couple of things later in a second. So, the tribe was forced off the land. Obviously, that's what happened back then. But I'm going to call her Princess Angeline because that's what everyone knows her by. I'm not sure what she would prefer. Obviously, I can't ask her.
Princess Kiki Soblu. I
don't know. I guess I'm just going to call her Princess Angeline. So, she was fuck you guys, the badass bitch that she is, and was I'm staying right here. You are not kicking me out of my land.
I love that.
Yeah, she stayed. So she was able to stay.
She was smash the patriarchy, smash all of the things. I'll be right here. She was
awesome. So I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I say they were fond of her. They did, I don't want to say let her stay because it's her fucking land, but she was able to stay. She did laundry and made hand-woven baskets. That was how she was able to
love a crafty
survive.
lady.
Yeah, she lived in a shack between Pike and Pine. It's it's where the market is now.
Literally.
I think she lived by the river. She died actually in her shack on this land, in this area where the market is now, in 1896. She was 85 years old.
Oh, 85 years young.
Yes. And okay, you're going to love this. They buried her in a canoe coffin.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was a coffin shaped like a canoe. And when I read that, I almost cried. I was oh my God. That is
so they did love
thing.
her. They
did love her.
Yeah, it was they were trying to do a tribute.
Yeah. It was
Maybe.
Great. I think it's super cute. I think. And look at her.
Oh.
Look how adorable she is.
She's literally the cutest old lady ever.
I
Besides
love
Betty
her.
White, maybe.
We'll post a picture of her on the social media.
All the social meds.
The social media.
The socials.
She's super cute. And, ooh, I didn't even see this. In the background of this picture, there's a creepy lady standing there with an umbrella and a black dress.
Yeah. That's a little
super
grim.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll get into where Princess Angeline is seen, she's seen on the stairs where her shack was. It's on Western Avenue. I'm not 100% sure where that is, but
yeah, I don't have a map
there,
of Pike Place laid out in my head, but
maybe I should have looked that up. But anyway,
no, I'm excited to go there again now.
There's some stairs on Western Avenue where she is frequently seen, and then she's also seen by a wooden column in the middle of the lower level of the market. I'm not sure which column, it didn't specify, but I guess if you see a wooden column with an older Native American woman by it,
who looks like she may not actually be there.
Yes, that would be Princess Angeline.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. The next ghosties we're going to talk about are Frank and Arthur Goodwin. Frank is Arthur's uncle. They were both founders of the market. Arthur was actually the market director for 20 years. He is actually seen in his old office window working on his golf swing. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Oh my God.
What a
That's
great
amazing.
afterlife.
Chris is gonna love that.
What a great afterlife, just working on your golf swing. Like,
I mean,
that's awesome.
yeah, I just feel like, can't you go work on your golf swing, like, somewhere, I don't know, like, maybe he loves Seattle, but, like, it's pretty rainy there. Like, I don't know, maybe go practice that on Maui. There's lots of golf in there.
I think he really liked his job, though. I think maybe
Aw.
that's why he stays around in his old office. I don't know.
Aw, cute.
I don't know. And he's also seen at Ghost Alley gosh, I did it. Espresso. It's not freaking espresso.
Because you put it as
espresso.
Yeah.
Ghost Alley Espresso. And that is near his former office too. So he's just seen like around his office.
I love it.
Yeah, and he people see him wearing a suit and hat. So I guess he's dressed up for work too.
Cute.
He's just
well,
always
everybody dressed up in those days. Like,
Yeah.
you got dressed up in some serious garb just to leave the house.
Exactly.
I'm here for it.
Same
I mean,
in the afterlife, I guess.
when COVID is over, I'm ready to maybe transition back to actual pants. I give it like maybe like, we'll stage it. Like 6 months or so, I'll be back in regular pants all the time.
Are you gonna wear a corset and like a
Oh,
full
God,
like
no.
I don't know the technical words for those?
Yeah, no, that feels like a lot. Nope. But I'm proud of him. He really went for it.
And then in Ghost Alley Espresso, which I would love to go to. I looked at their website too, and it's super cool.
So it sounds like they serve coffee.
They
so
do.
I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
They report things falling off the walls, and they have problems with electronics.
Like electronics, like the coffee maker, or
I think just like cell phones and.
Because if I go there and they can't at least give me coffee to like work through the situation I'm in, that's gonna be a deal breaker.
Hopefully their coffee machines work okay. Maybe like their computer for payment shuts down and we don't have to pay.
Oh, perfect. Free
That'd be
coffee. Yeah.
Frank's office was located in Frank is the uncle, right? Arthur was the nephew. So Frank, his office is now the alibi room. And he is actually seen there offering directions to guests.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't that sweet? So he's working still
in
too.
the afterlife. They are just working so hard.
Oh, I'm glad they're still around.
That's adorable. The work ethic on these guys.
Crazy. And then I also did want to mention that the Ghost Alley, their website has a kind of a more in-depth story, and it's pretty cool. So
Okay.
I think everyone should go.
I'm gonna check it out.
Go read it. I didn't want to like steal their whole like story. So.
Yeah.
The next ghostie we're gonna talk about is really fun. She's called the Fat Lady Barber.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I want to call her fat, so I'm gonna call her thick.
Thick. Yeah.
And I wrote thick with 2 C's.
Is that how you're supposed to spell it?
That's how the cool kids spell it.
Oh, okay.
You know
well,
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Come on.
Cooler than me, apparently. All right. Let's get into it.
In the 1950s, she would sing. This is really funny. She would sing her customers to sleep and then rob them.
I love it. She's getting after it.
She really is.
Oh, that is a naughty ghost.
Like, I don't know. Do you just fall asleep when someone sings to you?
I don't know.
Like, is that a thing?
Was she up to something else?
Like, I don't know if she was drugging them and then, like, I don't know. There's no evidence. But, or maybe she was, no, I don't want to go there.
Oh, doing something more scandalous so they fall asleep.
She was satisfying them first, because I know men tend to fall asleep pretty quickly after that.
Do they? Is that how that works?
No.
Just kidding. Of course they do.
Am I doing something wrong?
Oh my god. Oh. Sorry guys. I'm just having a private funsy there. Just trolling Cassie a little.
We are a bottle of wine and 2 Trulies deep between the two of us.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. It's the appropriate amount.
But anyway, so she would, get her customers to sleep somehow, and then she would rob them. And then if you remember from my little history lesson, around this time in the 50s, the buildings were not great.
Oh,
they were
disrepair.
They were kind of in disrepair. She actually fell through the floor to her death.
No! Oh my god!
The floor
That's
just gave way under her, and she fell right through and died.
So, Cassie, you know when you have those dreams that you're, like, falling?
Yeah.
And you wake up and you're like, and you, like, just, like, reach out for anything solid?
Yep.
Oh, I'm feeling that so hard right now.
And I guess, I was watching videos, too, and they do ghost tours there. And the hosts of the ghost tour are very animated about all of this, and it's actually pretty entertaining. So I would be super interested in going on a ghost tour there. I think that would be really fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and there's a lot more information too. I didn't steal all of their information.
It sounds like they're like nice ghosts too, because I don't want to go on a ghost tour where they're like real dicks and they're just trying to scare you or like kill you.
Yeah.
Or otherwise maim you.
They just entertain.
Yeah,
they're just here to entertain.
They're just being real funny, and they're like give directions and.
Yeah.
I love it.
I guess maintenance actually hears her singing sometimes.
Cute.
Yeah, and I think that if you hear her singing, y'all better watch your pockets. You better watch out. Because she's trying to put you to sleep and rob you, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. Oh, she's sneaky.
I hope they think about that and kind of like protect their cash.
Just keep an eye. Oh my gosh.
There's another woman here called Madame Nora, and she is trapped inside of a crystal ball in Sheila's magic shop.
Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. Sheila.
Isn't that so
Let
cool?
her go.
I don't think Sheila actually did the trapping. I think.
Do you think no? Well, like, Sheila has the power to let her go. She's a genie in a bottle. You gotta let her.
I feel like I was reading that she somehow got this crystal ball, like this. It's been handed down through a couple of different people with the story that there's a person kind of trapped in the magic ball.
That's so messed up.
And
if
I think she was
buy
like
that,
a fortune teller lady too, Madame Norris. She
oh my gosh,
sounds like a fortune teller kind.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to preface then, like, don't trap me in a crystal ball, because I'm not that talented. I'm not that special. I'm just reading this little tarot deck that you brought over. I like living my life.
I promise I will never bring over a crystal ball and trap you.
Perfect. Okay. Just had to get that out of the way. You guys heard it.
And then there's also a little boy. They call him Jacob, and he haunts Merry Tales. I think it's a pet store now.
Oh, that's adorable.
It used to be a bead emporium, and they when they remodeled it, they found like strands of beads hidden in the walls, and very weird.
What?
Very confusing. Like, how did these get here? They think, well, Jacob was hiding them in the walls to play with.
I have a very complicated set of reactions / emotions to that.
She does. It's all on her face.
Oh my god, my face. Whoa.
What? How weird is that though? Like you're like knocking down walls and you find stuff in the walls. It's either a person like living in the damn walls or it's a ghost. Like what else could it be?
I got nothing, and
Very odd.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh.
He's also pretty mischievous, and that's why they gave him a name.
Yeah.
Because he would like move things around the shop. I think he would like grab people's legs and stuff. Yeah, I didn't put that in my notes, but I think I remember hearing that. And so they gave him a name. They actually gave him his own room filled with toys and gifts from like other children that come and like bring him gifts and leave him stuff in his room.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and he's kind of calmed down the activity.
So
and,
he's
like,
not hiding things in the walls.
Yeah, he's not hiding things anymore. He's got his own room and all of his toys. So.
Aww,
but toys still move around. So he's still playing around. He's just not being as mischievous.
Okay, is it just me or are like ghost children way creepier than like adult ghosts?
They're super creepy.
It's way worse. It's just I don't know why.
It's sad because like they might not know what's happening.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Or a lot of times like demons will present themselves as children to try to lure you into interacting with them.
That's why I don't like or trust children.
They might be a demon.
Diamond.
Have you ever heard of black-eyed children?
Yes.
I think I've asked you that before.
Yeah. They're so creepy. I've heard a lot about them. Like things I'm like, I wish I could unknow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's helpful to know in case you ever come across one. So you could be like,
no, thank you, please.
You're trying to murder me.
Yeah.
No.
Not up in here. Not up in here.
If anyone doesn't know what black-eyed children are, I'd encourage you to not Google it because you will never sleep again. Yeah, also, they're like one of the ones that don't like being talked about. So if they sense you talking and like giving information on them, they might come in and try to stop you.
Oh my god! Just dead air while I just gasp. It's fine. Chris is going to come over tonight. He has said that he will protect me from all threats, real or supernatural.
So hopefully I don't leave you tonight and then never hear from you again.
Oh my god. I have pepper spray.
I don't know if that's going to help.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
So there's also multiple reports of other children around the market.
Oh
God. There was one report of one with no eyes, and I wrote black-eyed child, ?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need to stop talking about this.
I know. Are you sufficiently creeped yet?
I didn't read my notes ahead of time before I mentioned that before, and yeah, I'm creeped out. Okay. Anyway, and I guess many children back in the day were left to kind of fend for themselves while their parents tried to get by, like as the city was growing. Super sad.
I'm so sad.
But their parents might not have just had the time or the means to take care of them, so they were left on their own. So that could be a reason that so many children are seen around. So the next one is very interesting. This is one of the good ones. So Butterworth.
Is it good or is it just gonna make me never sleep again?
We're getting into the more creepy side of
Oh my god!
Like that was kind of like fun ghost. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting into the creepier stuff. So next we're gonna be talking about Butterworth and Sons Mortuary. E.R. Butterworth opened Seattle's first mortuary on First Avenue, which is, I think, it's 2 blocks from the market.
Good.
And the market would pop up 4 years later. So he opened this in 1903 and the market was 1907. So around this time, epidemics and diseases were killing people like left and right. There's bodies everywhere. So, I mean...
Not a good time to be alive.
No.
Or dead.
For real. Like, no one knew what to do with the bodies back then. Like, they were like, what do we do with these people? I guess just pile them all up and wait to bury them. I don't know. So then Mr. B, hopefully he doesn't mind me calling him that.
Mr. B.
Mr. Butterworth was, sounded like Bridgerton. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
You did?
Of course I did. My God.
Who didn't?
Bridgerton, lady porn.
So good. Anyway, so Mr. B was like, I'm going to shoot my shot in this death business. And he created this mortuary because I guess they weren't really doing that back then. Like, people didn't have... Yeah, people didn't have mortuaries or, like, even funerals, I don't think.
Probably not like we know them today.
Yeah, they're very different. And he actually created the terms mortuary and mortician.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
which is very interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then so he kind of saw this as a opportunity to make money.
Well, sure.
Yeah. He saw the dead bodies and was
at
like,
its best.
How can I make those into money? So the building now is owned by the, oh man, I did not look up how to say this. McAleese family. They own the whole building, but the basement is where they have the Kells that is there.
Oh my God.
Have you been there?
I've not been to a Kells outside of Portland.
Me neither.
But we're gonna probably have to go now.
We're definitely going.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Apparently, one of the, a couple of the ones I read says that the basement where the Kells is, used to be the embalming room and the crematorium. But another article I read said that it was the stables and, like, the garage area where they kept, like, the hearses and the horses.
Either way, super creepy.
Either way, it's part of a mortuary, so it's super creepy.
Super creepy.
The family says that a mirror once fell off the wall, and then they went to see what happened because they heard this huge crash. The place was closed. There was no one inside but them. So they went into the other room to see what happened, and there was just a single candle lit on the bar. Yeah. And the mirror just, like, fell, I guess, straight down and shattered, but it was still all, like, in one piece. I guess when you do drop a piece of glass on the ground, unless it's, like, if it's in a frame, it'll stay kind of in.
Oh, that's
so
creepy,
when they, like,
though.
lifted it, it was just, like, a perfect square of, like, shattered glass. So
weird.
Super creepy that it didn't fall straight off the wall, I think, is the weird part.
Yeah.
It kind of fell.
It's like somebody
flat.
Dropped it flat on its face.
Yeah. Super weird.
But who?
And then one of the family members said she saw a tall, thin man at the bar, and he just vanished, like, right in front of her eyes. She was looking at him, and then the next second he was gone.
It's what ghosting. It's like the earliest version of ghosting.
Literal ghosting.
They met on Bumble.
Oh, so next is a little redheaded girl, and she comes out when the Irish music is playing.
Well, yeah, she's a
really,
redhead.
She really likes the Irish music. So
It's the song of her people.
I think she's like a little Irish girl.
Yeah, I get that. I feel that.
I don't know where she came from, but
Yeah.
maybe she was one of the little girls, like, who was left to fend for themselves, you know.
No.
Who knows? And then the main level of the building is where the chapels and funerals were held. It's not occupied at the moment, but living.
Oh, no.
But before, there were several different businesses that were there that didn't last very long, and I'm like, I wonder why.
I feel like
Yeah.
we've got some things to tell them. You don't like business savvy.
They say it's not because of the ghosts, but I don't know.
We don't believe you.
Among one of those businesses was Avenue 1, and there, I guess, a couple of wine bottles flew off the rack, like, at a manager's head.
No!
Like, that's not something that just happens.
No, it's rude. You don't waste wine.
No.
No.
I wonder if the wine bottles broke. Probably.
Oh.
That sucks.
Should we have a moment of silence for the wine?
Yes. Let us remember the spilt wine.
It was a good year. The vintage was quite nice. It's probably too old for wine now. If we drink that wine from 1907-ish now...
You think that would be bad?
That's probably too many. Yeah. I don't know. Still, sad story.
I think this wine, though, was more recent.
Okay.
This business was a little more recent than...
Getting tied up in the minutia.
So, and I guess there too, after a table was set, like, by an employee, they noticed that there was, like, a vase there, and they went over and they're like, what is this vase just randomly sitting on the table? And apparently that vase had been missing for, like, some time. And it just appeared on a table that she had, like, just made up.
The ghost took it and then brought it back.
Sounds a little mischievous. I don't know. Do you think it was
that feels
like
a
child?
Very, like, is Ashton Kutcher haunting the, like, I feel like you've been pranked. You've been punked.
He leaves a note. You've been punked. And then one of the diners there saw an old woman in a shawl walk through the wall. Do you think it was Princess Angeline?
I don't know. I need a description on what this mysterious woman in the shawl looked like.
An older woman, like, kind of crouched over in a shawl, and that's, like, frequently what Princess Angeline is described as. Is an older woman in a shawl, like, hunched over. I think it was her. And I thought that was really cool that we saw, like, a couple stories overlap.
Yeah.
And then there's just been other reports of, like, lit candles randomly, glasses breaking, silverware levitating, a man in the mirror, and you turn around and he's gone, which kind of like...
No!
It kind of reminded me of that mirror that fell. Like, what if he was in the mirror and he was trying to escape? And so he, like, jumped off and it shattered. I don't know. Oh, so creepy. Could be.
I can't look at a mirror, like, probably for a week. I'm just gonna do my makeup.
Oh, mirrors are creepy anyway.
In the dark.
I don't like them. And then there's some apparitions that are seen, and they're very thin and sickly looking. And that could be because of all the sickness going around at the time. There's tons of sickness. Or it could be Dr. Linda Hazard, who cured her patients by starving them to death. And
I've heard so much about her. We are going to cover her.
We're doing a case on her.
We're going to.
That's who the cards reminded me of. I can't quite remember exactly what you said.
Oh my
But when
goodness.
you read, I think it was in here,
physician, magus, mental illness, disgrace, disquiet.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl. I am shook.
It's so creepy.
Okay. All right, you finished the case. I'm looking for the rest of my interpretation on that because that is beyond spooky.
Well, I want to finish it after you.
Okay.
Find the things.
All right. So the longer interpretation said hesitation, scattered energy, confusion, poor planning, lack of focus. You may be dealing with a creative block, as a side meaning the potential for manipulation or trickery. So I actually feel like the first interpretation really it grabbed onto her energy real quick.
I think the manipulation part too is kind of
Ooh.
I don't know. Or that also could be referring to Mr. B, Mr. Butterworth, because let me tell you about him. So, I guess all of the bodies that Linda Hazard starved to fucking death went through his mortuary. And there's a theory. Oh, and he also cremated them. He cremated her patients.
There's no better way to cover up a crime.
Exactly. There's a theory out there that they were kind of working together and he was helping her cover up her crimes.
Okay, so I just need to say, Mr. B, Dr. Ow, you are not welcome here. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And when I was researching this last part, because I didn't really find out the connection until the very end of my research, like that Mr. B, I keep saying doctor, fuck. Mr. B kind of was a money whore, and he like took his advantages, you know.
Yeah, like he might have been a co-conspirator.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people think that he was paying off people maybe in the area, like paying people to murder people, and then so that he could get more bodies into his. Because all he cared about were like money and numbers. So
nope.
I didn't know any of this until the very end, and then when I started researching that part, my internet stopped working on my brand new computer. Brand new fucking computer, internet just would not connect. It worked in every other thing in the house. My phone worked, like. My boyfriend's computer worked. My other computer was fine. The TV worked. Only my brand new computer, the internet would not connect all night. The rest of the night. I could not get it to connect to the internet. And I was like,
cahoots!
Is he trying to like sabotage my research right now? I was super freaked out.
That's really freaky.
Yeah.
And like, the thing about it is, like, you can read into stuff, like, whatever you want, kind of, right? I mean, like, it's easy if you get creeped out to be like, ooh, but that is...
Yeah.
Beyond creepy.
It was, like, as soon as I started, like, typing this out, yeah, it was bad.
Oh, my gosh.
I was super creeped out. There is actually a little more, like, information about the mortuary, which I thought was... the mortuary part was super interesting to me. It's seattle.curbed.com, and they just have, like, a lot of info about the mortuary. There's, like, blueprints and stuff. And that's where that one said that the basement was the stables and the garage. So I feel like I trust that one more than all the other ones that say it was the crematorium and
I feel
stuff.
A lot better about... like visiting a place that used to be like a garage / stables than like the crematorium.
Yeah. And who
either
knows
way, soup's creepy.
Where that was. And I think they're planning on... I should have Googled it, I guess. They were like renovating the top floor too, where like the funerals were held and stuff. So
oh gosh.
I'm not sure what
are they going to find in those walls?
I know. I'm not sure what they're planning on putting in there. But that would be cool too, to see the entire building like come back to life. So that's
very cool.
That's the end.
So for all of you that are listening, if you have any true crime or paranormal stories that you want us to share, maybe with the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we would love to read them on the pod.
Yeah, we will read them out loud. Email us at pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, no special characters, super duper easy peasy.
Also, if you would like to follow us on Facebook or Instagram, it is at PNW Haunts and Homicides, the same thing as the email. It's all spelled out, no special characters or anything.
Bitchin'.
Thanks for listening and have a creepy ass day.
It's a ghost. It kind of looks like ghostly when it's like...
It does.
Yeah.
It's pretty.